Today, let's make a mini quilt bag charm out of scraps. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today I'm using a bunch of little fabric scraps and we're going to turn this into a mini quilt bag charm. Now, these are all from a quilt that I did last year. The link will be up above in case you're interested, but I didn't want to throw these away because it was still good fabrics, and then I do have a little extra fabric and we're going to be using this to make a bag charm. Now, these are around 2 by 2 inch square halves, so I just divided that square like in the middle, and I have lots of them, so I'm just going to be matching two triangles together and then sewing it up along that long edge. Now, one thing about this, basically we're making half square triangles. When you have the fabric cut like this, it can be a little easier for it to be distorted because that's along the bias, so just be careful, especially as you're pinning these up. Then I am also going to just be taking a rectangle of fabric, so this was around 3 inches by 4 inches, folding it in half, so I'm just making there be a little crease, and then making my own little bit of bias tape. This is just going to be a hanger for the bag charm, so as you can see, I just folded it like in the middle like that, then folding it once more so that there are no raw edges. And this is just, again, like I said, going to be my little hanger. So I'm going to be sewing this up as well as sewing up 8 of those little triangles. So at the top there's 8 triangles I'm going to be sewing through, and then I have the little hanger. So now I'm just going to go through and sew all of this up for each triangle as well as the hanger itself. Once I have done that, I'm just going to press open each of the creases of the triangle. So we've basically made 8 half square triangles now. I'm just going through and using my finger for this because that seam is so small. And then once I have that done, I'm going to lay these out into a pattern that I like, where we have 4 squares together for one and then 4 for the other. So I'm going to be doing this sort of pattern where I have all the greens on the inside, then all the whites on the inside too. And then I'm just going to be matching these into rectangles now, so I can get these into that full big square that will be 4 little squares coming together. So just going through matching these up to make my little quilt. So essentially you're just following the exact same steps you would be doing for a larger quilt block. We're just making it at a very small level so it can be the size of a bag charm. Once I have all of this, I'm just going to be sewing across all 4 seams. One thing to remember for this is be sure to backstitch at the beginning and end your seams, or it will come undone when we go to turn this out later on. Once you have those complete, continue building out your quilt blocks. As you can see here, I've just pinned this up along that long edge, and I'm just going to take the seam so that I can have this one square be complete, and then I will repeat all of those steps for the second quilt block too. So we'll have both a front and a back. So here's what it looks like. It actually looks really good. I love the colors. It looks so crisp. So now what we're going to be doing is matching these with right sides together, and then I'm just going to be pinning this up all the way around. Once I have it pinned up all the way around, I'm going to find one corner and I'm going to take that, unpin it, and then what we're going to be doing is adding our little hanger. So I'm going to fold this in, so I have my hanger folded in half, and then I'm just going to be placing it with right sides together into the quilt blocks itself, so making a little sandwich, and then just pinning that up at the corner. Then I'm just going to denote somewhere along my quilt block where I want to start and finish and leave about a 2-inch gap. So I've done it about right there. It may be more close to like 1.5 inches. And then I'm just going to take a straight seam all the way around. When I get to any of the corners, I'm just going to pivot those so it's a little bit easier, and then continue on my way sewing through. So for this, I did take my time, made sure that I'm getting through all the layers. My sewing machine didn't have an issue with it being thick, and then I also made sure that I left that gap for turning. Next, I went through and I just clipped some of this extra fabric at each of the corners so that it would be trimmed down ever so slightly. Since there is a lot of fabric going on, it's very kind of a small item, you do want to make sure that it's nice and clean. And then I'm just going to start turning this right side out. When you turn right side out, be very careful. There are a lot of little seams, so I found it just best practice to really go slow. I know I've sped it up here, but just go slow and take your time with it. Now, last but not least, we just have to sew up this open edge. Now, sometimes I'd say that you could go through and use your sewing machines, just take a top stitch. For this though, I did hand stitch it closed. There's a lot of little parts, it's kind of thick in areas, and I just found it a lot easier to handle using a hand needle and thread to just go through and close this up, but it's definitely up to you how you'd want to handle that. So now I'm just going to go through, take that seam, being sure to knot it at the beginning and end, and once that's complete, now as you are doing the hand sewing, be sure you're knotting this at the end as well. That's just going to help hold it all together. So here's what my bag charm looks like. Now we do need to add a key ring at the top, but overall I love this was all scrap fabrics. It came together really easily and I didn't have to worry about any waste. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.